If you've seen my last podcast episode, you might remember my comically large ball of yarn. This is it. I got it for Christmas. I don't know what to do with it. It came with instructions to do a scarf that I unfortunately didn't really like. So I decided to do my own scarf because what else? I had some people suggesting I should do a bag, which I like that suggestion. I think this would be a cool bag. I'm just worried that this is too little yarn to do a whole bag. And I feel like I wouldn't really use it enough because I have bags that are like the size that I could get out of this, and I don't think I need another one. So it's a scarf, which is a very basic and boring project, and it is very nice out today. Actually so nice out that you don't really need a scarf. It's like 15 degrees I think, and it's very sunny, and I really want to go outside. So I thought I might sit outside in it, and then I thought, even better, I will go on a hike in it, because that's something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to take a small project and go on a hike, and every like kilometer or so find a bench, sit down in it for a little bit, enjoy the nature around me, and then keep going. So that's what we're doing today, and I'm taking you. This is what I'm bringing. This is not the best bag for a hike, but I thought it would be more practical than a backpack, so I don't have to like rummage around in it and take it off in complicated ways. So we have some water and some snacks and my comically large ball of yarn, obviously. My little bag with the notions in it that I always bring when I'm knitting. There's also some gum in there, so that's what's making the noises. This is the little bag that I mean. It just has some like yarn to put stitches on hold and stitch markers and the tabs to a needle and some scissors and, you know, things you might need. And I think that's it. Oh no, I brought another bag as well so I can sit on the floor if I have to. My needles. Obviously, these are 8mm. They are also comically large. I don't think I've worked with needles that large. Anyways, I'm just gonna knit a scarf. So we're knitting flat, we're knitting just rows back and forth. I'm gonna cast on a random amount of stitches so we get to like 10 to 12 centimeters in width, and then I'm just gonna keep going until I reach like at least 1.5 meters, maybe a little bit more. Depends on how much yarn I have and how long I can keep going. So I'm just gonna hope that's enough, but from what the picture of the ugly scarf looked like, I think that should be fine. And yeah, let's go. Let's hope this works out. And I'm excited. I hope I have a finished scarf by the time I'm back. I might regret my words because I actually have no idea how long it'll take me to knit this scarf. I'm assuming it shouldn't be that much longer than like an hour. It's like 70 meters of yarn, 72 to be exact. So that's not a lot of yarn. I can do that. We'll see. Maybe I have to do the rest at home. But yeah, let's go and hike first. Let's try. I'm back from my little expedition to the forest. I took a shower and I put on some clean clothes because I got very dirty somehow. It was really muddy and I sat on the floor, so that might be why. I did finish my scarf. This is it. It's just a big, I don't know, piece of stockinette fabric. I did remember to knit stockinette. I started out knitting garter stitch at first, and then I remembered that in the comments of the video where I asked for suggestions what to do with this yarn, somebody told me that if I do a scarf, I should do it in stockinette and not in garter stitch because that makes it longer. I was like, yes, that is actually correct. I did not remember that. And then I started on it and I promptly forgot about it, and I got about like 10 centimeters in before I realized I should be doing this in stockinette if I want to make sure it's long enough. So I did that. And I cast on 7 stitches, so I started on 10, I believe. That was way too wide, so I went down to 8. And then I got to the point where I realized I should be doing stockinette. And then I thought, I don't know if I'll have enough yarn to do 8 stitches. So I went down to 7, and it's fine. I mean, 8 stitches should have given me like 10 centimeters in width, I think, according to what was on the tag. I actually never measured the width of this. Let me do that real quick. But with the fluff on it, it looks bigger than it is. So I'm fine with this, what I ended up with here. That's like 11 centimeters. So that's good. That's kind of what I was going for. Other than that, the knitting experience was semi-pleasant. I did like working on big needles. It's kind of fun. The yarn is obviously a nightmare to work with. It doesn't like glide through your hands at all. Like I knit continental, so where's the beginning of this? I hold my yarn like that with my little finger here, and it keeps getting stuck here because there's too much fluff on it for me to pull it like that. I mean, it works sometimes, like right now when I'm showing it, obviously, but yeah, that was a bit annoying, but you know, it's like not that much yarn and not that complicated of a project, so it was fine, really. I think I spent like a total of maybe an hour and a half knitting time on this, and I just kept going from bench to bench, or if there wasn't a bench, I just sat on the floor in a pretty place. I knitted on this, was quite peaceful, listened to the bird, sat in the sun. I recommend, I would do this again. Especially like taking a simple basic project like that you can actually finish within a day. That was quite cool to do. I really like the way this came out too. I am usually not the biggest fan of red close to my face. I don't think it looks overly flattering on me, but I guess this is fine. I think the texture of this is fun enough to make up for the fact that it is red. I actually quite like the way it looks. I do have a little bit of yarn left over. It is a little bit. It still looks like a comically large ball of yarn, but it's not that much. I think I could have probably gone for the 8 stitches in width and then just made the scarf maybe 5, maybe 10 centimeters longer and have all of this used up, but I didn't. I was too cautious, so now I need to come up with something to do with this. And I do have an idea for it because I don't really own a lot of red. As I said, it's not really a color that I find very flattering on myself, so I don't have a lot of items that would necessarily go with this scarf. And I'm kind of fine with the scarf being a statement piece, but still, if I have a little bit of yarn, I'm going to make something that goes with it. So I was thinking I could make another wintry accessory, and I have been eyeing the beanie number 6 by My Favorite Things Knitwear for a good while now. I think it looks really cool. I have this beanie, which I actually like quite a bit, and I think the reason why I like it is that the brim is very chunky, and the beanie number 6 also has a very chunky brim. It's made of boucle, and then the rest of the beanie is just, I don't know, some kind of a wool, I think. So I'm thinking maybe that would be something fun to do with this yarn. It's obviously not a boucle, but kind of go for that style. Do the brim of the hat in this red. I don't want to make the whole hat red. I don't think that would be something I'd wear. But I think if I make a brim with this and then get a different yarn for the top of the head, that would be something that goes with the scarf quite well, obviously, and still something that style-wise I would like a lot. It would be a fairly quick project. The only reason why I haven't started on it yet is that I don't have a yarn to use for the top of the head here. I want it to be a black because, I don't know how well you can see that, but the thread that all of these red pieces of yarn are attached to is black. So I think black would be the most reasonable choice to go for here. I don't really want to get like a singular ball of black yarn, and I don't have anything laying around that is fitting, so I think just I will keep this, and next time I order yarn from literally anywhere, I will just get a ball of any black wool so I can make this little beanie. It'll probably also be a one-day project, so that's pretty chill. And at least this is a little bit smaller to keep in my stash. So I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna wash this scarf because it has also been on the forest floor. And if you ever feel like with knitting you spend too much time inside staring at a screen, I would recommend just going outside to the forest or anywhere really, sitting on a bench with a pretty view, enjoying the sun on your skin, listening to the birds and working on your project there. It was pretty fun, and I will see you next time.